Hi everyone, this is Rem Fox with Food Science 475. I'm here on behalf of Claire, Millie, Kristen Frenzel, John Johnson, myself, Rem Fox, and Serena Rainey. We're the undergraduate group, and we're going to be talking to you guys today about total quality management as a management system. So yeah, we'll go ahead and jump into it. But total quality management, just a quick overview here is it's a management system that focuses on improvement of processes, products, services, and the culture of an organization. Or like a manufacturing facility. And every person within this organization is vital to the success. And so this model, we're going to go into more detail. This model talks a lot about the culture and the types of jobs, the way that you approach your job is super important, and how that plays a role in total quality management, as well as some of the other more technical aspects. But I think it's important to note here that total quality management wasn't around forever. You know, we started manufacturing back in God only knows when, and it hasn't really been until the 50s, 60s, 70s where people realized that the better planned we are, the more organized we are within our organizations and our manufacturing, and the better we treat the people that work with us and around us, the better off our organizations are as a whole. And so kind of just leading into the whole total quality management thing is you'll see a lot of things in this presentation that are about the culture and about why that's important to total quality management specifically. And so I think that's something that makes our project stand out. So with total quality management, one thing that what this presentation is basically going to cover is there's about six major sections to total quality management, and then we'll have a kind of a case study of a potato plant, so I'll reference that a couple times throughout this, and that's going to be in the second half of this is the kind of case study, and then we'll do a comparison between our control method versus the other methods that were there that you guys presented on, and then the very end is just our quiz questions. So let's get started. So the first step in this whole total quality management process is the leadership involvement. And so on the side here, the CEO is responsible for quality, the management educated and TQM practices, and leaders provide resources. But this leadership aspect has become a lot more important and a lot more relevant in large manufacturing companies, because a lot of times these leaders, the people that do some of these jobs, aren't people that have been on the floor. They aren't the people that are the baseline employees. You know, they were never in that spot. So it takes a lot to understand what it takes to make every single piece of the organization kind of really work together. So that's why leadership involvement is so important in total quality management. And that's what's kind of trying to focus on there. A focus on customer satisfaction. Obviously, the whole reason why you're in production is because you simply can't make food fast enough for everyone by hand. You have to have some kind of automated system because you have so many customers. So the main goal with customer satisfaction is to win over new customers and retain the customers you already have. And you want products to meet or exceed the expectations that the customers have and that you have as an organization. And customer feedback is important for that. You know, you get to see what happens throughout your process. If someone has a spoiled bag of French fries or something like that, you want to know about that. You want to get customer feedback so you can prevent that type of thing. And competitor comparison, that's also pretty key for total quality management, because you as a company, as the CEO or one of the GMs or something like that, you're the people that define what the standard is for your product. And so being able to compare yourself to the other competitors will let you know where you stand a lot of times with that. Employees and empowerment of the employees and their involvement. This is a huge one for total quality management, because the quality doesn't come from the people that are the managers, right? The managers come up with these strategies, but the employees are the ones that actually have to live them and work them every single day. So motivating programs and incentives and a culture focus on quality is what is so important for total quality management, making employees feel like they are in a space and in an area where they're looked at as important pieces to the puzzle. Next one is continuous process improvement. So reducing errors, resources. We don't want to be wasting resources. Customer and worker satisfaction again. And then the last one is kind of like the cycle for continuous process improvement that I think all of us have touched on. But identify what the problem is, and that if we go back to the other slide, this is why employees and empowering them to be involved is super important, is because identification of some of these problems can come at any part in the process. It can come from a business standpoint, it can come from the CEO, it can come from anywhere, but it can come from baseline employees as well. And a lot of them get to see these losses and the places that we get the gaps pretty much that not a lot of people get the chance to see. So identifying these is huge. Then you analyze what's going on, develop a plan for how to fix it, implement the plan, study whether or not it's working, standardize it using Six Sigma or other methods, and plan again. So that second plan is also really important because you're engaging for the next continuous improvement that's going to happen, because these are no longer stagnant companies that sit here and we get one process down and we do it over and over and over again. We need to plan for the next thing that's coming up. So that's huge for continuous improvement. Supplier partnership, one quote that just kind of jumps to my head is, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And with supplier partnerships, getting high quality products, seeking the best suppliers, ensuring that your standards and theirs are met, and maintaining a quality relationship is so huge. Knowing the people that are bringing stuff in. So a French fry plant, you buy your oils, your fryer oils, you buy cleaning chemicals, you bring in your raw products, and knowing all of those people and having a good supplier relationship is super key for you producing quality products in the end. Fact-based decision making, the last section of the core concepts, but eliminating the emotional side of making decisions is really, really important. You got to use facts, establish baselines, and we're no longer at the phase where these companies are ran by families. That's how it used to be before this whole kind of total quality management, like these kind of schemes came out, was you let your family decisions or something like that get in the way of what's happening in the company. And we're trying to eliminate that, because you as a leader, as a manager, have a lot of other people to take into account. And if they were all taking into account what was going on with them, you'd have a lot tougher job. So being sure that everyone's on the same page with fact-based decision making is important for your success as well. So here's kind of our case study example. Raw materials. This goes back to the supplier agreements and making sure that you both understand the level of quality that you want to have in this case in French fries. The process. This is where the baseline employees come in. This is a huge segment for them because they're the ones that are in direct contact with the food. They're the ones that have to follow the HACCP plan, and they're the ones that do the regular cleaning, and they're the ones that monitor and adjust the line conditions, and they're the ones that actually keep the recording data for you. So all of those are super important pieces there. And production inspection, this is important for the quality of the customers. Not the quality of the customers, but the quality that we provide to the customers. So all of these checking for defects, making sure there's no microbial activation on the French fries and all that kind of stuff. Worker safety and well-being. This is how you, I guess at the end of the day, if you look at the very bottom of the slide and see highly skilled workforce, you want people that have worked at your plant for 8, 9, 10 years to want to work there for another 8, 9, 10 years, because they already have those skills to work there. You don't have to train them again. You want them to stay as long as you can get them to, because they're gaining skills and knowledge every time they come in. So making sure that they're safe, making sure that they're taken care of, making sure that they're getting paid well. Those are all very important for the success in a total quality management setting. And then continuous improvement, respect, cooperation between departments, and you have to consult every piece of the puzzle when you're implementing a change for continuous improvement, because you can have one section move and that can positively impact others, but if you don't consult everyone else, it could negatively impact them, and you might not have foreseen that. So that's important to check. Real quickly, just going over the strengths and weaknesses. You look at total quality management, that's going to be just the 6 that were on the slides before this. But lean manufacturing, very customer driven, maximizing production, just-in-time process methods, and the concentrate on removing waste from the process, so just as simple as we can get it. The Kaizen, a continuous improvement process, individual equipment or process considers quality and waste. And then ISO, a set of standards, provides guidance for the company, regulators to keep government look for ISO regulations. That's a good thing. When the government and other regulators are asking for your what you do, they want to know what you're doing. Because they like it, and that increases consumer confidence. You can be certified for it. But I think that, like I touched on earlier, is the culture is the toughest thing, and I don't know if it's a weakness, but it's the toughest thing to navigate in a total quality management. And you can see from Lean and Kaizen and ISO that they have their own challenges, but the toughest thing for total quality management is maintaining the culture and making sure that everyone's focused on that. Some of these other methods are focused on a little bit more technical things, and that's some of their weaknesses in my eyes. Is that total quality management takes more of a qualitative approach to managing and creating the best food processes that we can. And then here's our quiz. So examples of scenarios that could occur related to total quality management. So please tell us which core concepts of total quality management each of these represents, and go comment it on the Facebook page. So there you guys are. That's the presentation. So thank you for watching, and yeah, have a good one.